I'm Raul. Audience member 1, audience member 2, virtual audience. Today we're going to talk about the Iditarod race. It's a race in Alaska that's held every March, and it's very special to the natives, and it has become very special to those across the world. I want you guys to visual yourself. You're about to get on a sled and let a pack of dogs drag you 1,000 miles through the Alaskan wilderness in 40-degree weather, not knowing when you're going to make it or if you're going to make it. And that's what these mushers bank on when they start this race. After doing a lot of research and finding some pretty cool finds and a bunch of valuable information, I found that this race is very important to the people of Alaska. Not only does it bring tourism, but it also helps promote and preserve their tradition. Today, we're going to go over the history of the race. We're going to go over the challenges that they may face, positive and negative, and the good and the bad that comes with this race, as everything else in this world. And then we're going to talk about the positive impact it has for the Alaskan community. If you guys have ever seen or heard of the movie Balto, it's about a pack of dogs traveling to Nome, Alaska to transport medical supplies to Nome. That's where this race originates from. It originates from a pack of sled dogs having to travel to Nome, Alaska to bring medical supplies because there was no other way of getting medical supplies to this little city. The first race was in 1973. It started in Anchorage and it ended in Nome. And that was the first race, the first official Iditarod race. Joe Reddington Sr. and Miss Dorothy Page are very prestigious people when it comes to the Iditarod race, as far as getting the race started, keeping it alive, and making it what it is today. Without them, chances are the race probably wouldn't be what it is today. And now we're going to talk about some challenges that they may face. Like I mentioned before, these races are very, very long. So there's days where they're mushing 100 miles a day, and then mushing 100 miles a day where you're not really sleeping all that much. So sleep deprivation, lack of hydration, and lack of fuel to the body is harmful for the mushers and the dogs, and it also weakens the immune system, which is not ideal when you're mushing in negative 40 degrees, as hypothermia and frostbite come into play, and as far as pneumonia to the lungs for both the mushers and the dogs, which can lead to death and being very, very injured. Another challenge that they're facing right now is I looked on the Weather Channel app and I found a link, and it's actually showing that it's not as cold as it used to be, and it's not snowing as much. But those two factors are very important to this race, because less snow and not as cold means that the terrain differs. It's not the same, and it becomes slicker and not ideal for this race, which narrows the window to be able to enjoy the race. This race, like I mentioned in the past, it's become very attractive to mushers around the world. So it has boosted tourism and popularity to these small little Alaskan towns that this race travels through, and it boosts the economy in these little towns, and it makes it to where they're taking advantage of them financially, and they get to enjoy the race at the same time. So I believe $1.4 million is what is funded to these races to help with whatever's needed, and to help promote some teams to feed the dogs, and because they need a large group of dogs, and food is expensive. This race, besides the money, besides the glory, all this stuff, it helps preserve and help show off the resilience of the Alaskan people, which is very important to these people are prideful people, And they take pride in being so resilient and so brave to do these types of races. So just a little recap of what we talked about today. We talked about the history. We talked about the challenges. We talked about the importance. Like I said, it's not just about money. It's about pride, and it's about preserving your heritage and keeping in touch with your roots. And if one thing I learned from this race is it's okay to put all your marbles in one sack and take off. And by doing so, these mushers are doing the same, relying on these dogs to take them from point A to point B, not knowing if and when they're going to make it. Thank you.
Camera woman.